We all know why you're here. With Mecha being exposed as a child grooming pedophile, this I feel is the tipping point for TF2's community to take a genuinely dark hit. I mean, if it was a one-off thing where this guy was just being set up as a guilty person and either wasn't true or it was just a one-off thing, that'd be that. But with Mecha going on full damage control by trying to hide how easily you can find him shutting down his dumbgate Discord server, where he asks his minor fans to see their assholes, and going dark with all communications, these allegations seem more and more plausible. I mean, personally, I think another crime that he's committed that people aren't looking at is just how unsufferably boring and spurgy he sounds in his videos, but alas. Despite how juicy it is to talk about a degenerate piece of shit bleed out for our amusement, I'm not going to talk about him solely. I think we are going to see some absolute shit go down in the TF2 community within the next few months. Well, why do I say this? If we look back at the history of the internet, we can see history repeat itself again and again. Time and time, some community or fandom gets exposed for harboring evil and despicable people. Whether it was the Pokemon fandom this year that was harboring pedophiles on YouTube, to the Minecraft fandom doing the exact same thing years ago, to furries also doing the same thing, and even worse shit throughout their whole existence, and as many other examples as you can fucking find, I feel TF2 is next on the chopping block. It always starts with one stupid motherfucker getting exposed like this, where they do something along these lines only to get exposed, and it starts a domino effect of hell starting to freeze over. TF2 is gonna have more people getting exposed, I just know it, and the writing's on the wall. We have seen another example happen like this already this year. Sketchek, infamous TF2 tuber, came back this year after lying about having a terminal illness for about 3 to 4 years. While this didn't get covered too much, it still is noticeable and people did note it. That slimy British fuck faked having a terminal illness for no reason, and he only harmed his reputation in the process. And while lying about an illness nearly isn't as bad as being a pedophile, still a pretty scumfucky thing to do. You willingly chose to be a piece of shit and lie to your fans and the community of TF2? All for what? There was nothing to gain from doing such a thing. Sketchek, I hope you enjoy Valve removing your bequest off the extinguisher, bud, because I sure as shit did. You fucking slimeball. You dumb motherfucker. I hate you. Irregardless, I think the fires are really gonna start burning. Honestly, I'm amazed TF2 didn't have a big scandal start yet until now. TF2 is comprised of a lot of sick motherfuckers. Man-children, furries, sexual deviants, redditors, and every other type of sleazeball you can fit under the sun is in TF2 in one way, shape, or form. I mean, at most, a big wave of cheaters gets shit canned, and one happens to be a fairly known competitive TF2 player, or maybe some big trader gets proven to be a scammer. However, this is different. Nothing big has happened yet with all these types of people. However, I think that's going to change. The TF2 community now is just a gas bomb, mixed in with many other types of combustible materials ready to go off. And I think the matches are already starting to light. Expect between now to maybe next year something bigger than Mecha is going to go down. Some big furry commission artist gets exposed to be a pedophile soliciting their younger fans for sexual favors. Some TF2 YouTuber lies to their audience about something they shouldn't have, and it reveals how big of a human horrible waste of space that they are. A big trader gets revealed to be a scamming piece of shit, only this time it's the biggest in TF2 history, with thousands of dollars at stake. Hell, maybe the TF2 community will finally get their version of McSkillet, where they run over someone in a suicidal rage. Who knows exactly what's gonna happen? But I'm telling you now, these two incidents I mentioned so far that happened this year are omens, and we shouldn't ignore them. And if you aren't involved in these problems that are gonna arise soon, then maybe you should just hunker down and enjoy the beautiful trash fires that will consume the TF2 community soon.